Today's video is inspired by the beautiful vintage Shiny Brite ornaments that made their debut in 1937. These gorgeous glass ornaments were filled with color, sparkle, and incredible design, and I've always found them to be absolutely mesmerizing. I wanted to capture that same vintage charm and glow from within effect in a handmade way, creating pieces you can use as ornaments or gift toppers. The reflection from the mirror paper reminds me so much of these original ornaments, and honestly, this has become one of my favorite DIYs, so let's jump right in. To start, I'll be using mirror paper in an array of colors. I picked these up from Amazon, and if they're still available, I'll be sure to link them in the description below. I'll also be using tinsel in a variety of colors: silver, gold, red, and iridescent, to add that classic holiday sparkle. When it comes to dyes, I wanted to get creative with what I had and use some shapes that you might not immediately think of for ornaments. I'll be using the Tim Holtz rosette die as the base, a fan die from scrapbook.com, and various unique flower-shaped dies to add interest and dimension. Just be inspired by your stash because what you need is probably something you already have. To create the rosette base, I'm going to be using the Tim Holtz rosette die. I die cut 3 pieces from this gorgeous rose gold mirror paper. This die conveniently scores the paper, making it really easy to accordion fold each piece. You can accordion fold first and then attach your pieces together, but for consistency, I prefer to glue the 3 die cuts together first and then go ahead and accordion fold along the scored lines so I know that all of them line up correctly. Once folded, I add a little hot glue to speed things up and connect the 2 ends together, forming the rosette. To give the rosette a sturdy base, I punched out a 1.5-inch circle from scrap paper. The color of the paper you use doesn't matter because it won't be visible. To get the rosette to lay flat, gently push in on the center. Then add a generous amount of hot glue to the circle and press the rosette down into it. This is probably the trickiest part, is just getting the rosette to form into the flower. But once you do and you add the hot glue, you're just going to hold it in place until the glue fully cures and you're good to go. Next, we're going to take another circle and hot glue tinsel around the entire perimeter, securing the end of the tinsel with glue. You'll end up with a fluffy circle of tinsel, and yes, this part can get a little messy. Once it's attached, give your tinsel circle a quick haircut to even everything out. You don't want to take off too much, just a small haircut here and there. Now comes the fun part, deciding what to place on top of the tinsel. So I die cut several flowers in different colors, mixing and matching shades you might not normally pair together, just like those vintage ornaments. The goal here is quirky, playful, and nostalgic. For this ornament, I'm layering 2 flowers, one in icy blue and one in rose gold, and on top of that, I'm adding a small circular fan die cut from the scrapbook.com fan die set. Once you're happy with the arrangement of the layout, simply hot glue all the layers together, stacking them one on top of the other. To finish the center, I'm using one of these beautiful gems from Amazon. I'm going to go with a magenta gem and gluing it right into the center for that classic jeweled look. To create the hanger, I'm using silver metallic twine to tie in with my silver tinsel. With my scrapbook.com Pick Pro tool, I carefully create a hole at the top of the ornament. Thread the twine through the hole and tie a knot to finish the hanger. If you'd like even more sparkle, you can take it up a notch and add a bit of stickles, which I'm adding just a touch of silver sparkle onto some of the petals for extra shine. And just look at how pretty that turned out. And that's it. Before you know it, you'll have a collection of jeweled, sparkly ornaments that glisten beautifully every time the light hits them. It's pure nostalgic Christmas magic. I hope you give these ornaments a try, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more crafty content. Wishing you much happiness this Christmas, friends. Bye for now.